The future is already a reality. It is present here and now, on your smartphone screens, in smart homes, and in solar panels. Progress never stands still. Every day brings new innovations in robotics, cybernetics, and virtual reality, which significantly simplify our daily lives. Military and defense industries remain among the most cutting-edge sectors. Historically, this field is the first to keep pace with the times, and occasionally, it even stays ahead of them. So, how are military innovations developed in Kazakhstan? The concentration of high IQ individuals per square meter here is extraordinary. This facility gathers the minds responsible for engineering simulators for the nation's military sector. Currently, specialists are developing a driving simulator for a Kamaz flatbed truck. To learn how to operate such a vehicle, it is no longer necessary to step into a real cabin. Any simulator development can be divided into 3 construction stages. The first stage involves the industrial design of the trainer. The second stage is the creation of a dynamic platform where the cabin is mounted. This is essential to provide the trainee with conditions that closely approximate reality. The third stage includes software development, microcontroller programming, and high-fidelity visualization. Our company manages the entire production cycle. It is a fully integrated process, ranging from initial design to end-user software. Our laboratory is equipped with state-of-the-art technology. We utilize 2 high-precision scanners, one laser-based and another utilizing structured blue light optics. Both offer precision up to 5 microns. This allows for rapid and efficient blueprint generation. These are later implemented either at machining centers for metal parts or via 3D printers for parts not subject to high mechanical stress. This department designs the dynamic 6 degree of freedom 6DOF platform, which replicates all vehicle movements. They also create instrument panel simulators and dashboard assemblies. All of this exists for now within specialized CAD software on the computer monitors. Objects that cannot be drafted manually are converted by design engineers into 2D planes for subsequent processing, where the exact dimensions of the part are established. Once the models are finalized, they are sent for 3D printing. This stage involves creating prototypes and solid plastic components. First, the rendered model is loaded into a specialized slicing program. The operator then configures the settings and initiates the printing mechanism. At a high temperature of 240 degrees, the extruder melts the thermoplastic material. This FDM technology creates products by forcing viscous molten material through a nozzle. The nozzle applies plastic layer by layer, with each setting in 5 seconds. The entire process takes about an hour. Complex components requiring 5-micron precision are sent to a different printer utilizing stereolithography, SLA. This involves producing parts from liquid photopolymer resins. The curing of the resin is achieved through exposure to an ultraviolet, UV laser. Upon completion, components are cleaned in an ultrasonic bath to remove residual material. Ultrasonic waves allow the solvent to penetrate fine details and strip away excess polymer. Support structures are removed manually. If necessary, the part undergoes post-curing in a UV oven for 90 minutes until the photopolymer is fully solidified. With the hardware ready, it is time to bring the system to life. A visualization designer reconstructs streets, roads, buildings, and vegetation, recreating a real-world environment for the vehicle. I am responsible for the visualization of the Kamaz simulator. I reconstruct the world where the vehicle will operate, navigate obstacles, and drive. I am currently refining the environment, removing unnecessary assets, and replacing them with new ones recently modeled in 3ds Max. I started by extracting height maps from Google Maps and importing them into my workspace. From there, I extruded all the hills, mountains, and terrain features. Subsequently, texturing and material creation followed. I rendered trees, buildings, APCs, tanks, curbs, and asphalt, all aligned with real-world objects and scales. Components not suitable for 3D printing are manufactured in the mechanical processing shop. Using high-pressure water jet cutting with abrasives, this machine can slice through up to 600 millimeters of any metal, processing 8 sheets simultaneously in this instance. Once blueprints arrive at this shop, we review them. Complex parts requiring high automation are processed on CNC machines controlled from the design center. For simpler parts requiring lathe work, we review the technical documentation, mount the workpiece, and proceed with manufacturing. This is followed by quality control, including visual inspection and precise measurements for compliance with specifications and standards. Finally, components are bench-tested for performance. Everything is ready. The final step is to integrate the components, launch the software, and begin vehicle operation in virtual reality. This Kamaz driving simulator was developed entirely in-house. Our turners and millers handled the mechanical engineering. The structural design and software are 100% locally sourced. There is a standard driver training course for heavy-duty tractors. The visualization system allows for the practice of any exercise within that curriculum. It serves both novice trainees and professionals. This simulator provides significant operational cost savings. Domestic manufacturers are truly leveraging advanced technologies. In addition to transport trainers, the company produces simulators for armored vehicles, tank gunnery, IFVs, anti-tank systems, and helicopter crews. Virtual reality, proudly made in Kazakhstan.